Oh my god, it did it! OBS worked, guys! OBS actually did something good! Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello, my gosh, bro. Oh my god. You're probably like, this guy is overreacting, bro. I had a panic attack, full on, end of the world, man. I was gonna be late. No, it works. It works. Yes, we did something good. Okay. Oh my god, let's go. Terrified, absolutely terrified. The fear, you couldn't hear it. The fear in my voice before I OBS is oh my god, guys. I am terrified. Oh my god. Don't clip that. Oh, all right. Terrified. I am coming off of like, okay, Valley Blade. Okay, Valley Blade, how would you like the arguably biggest tournament game you've ever played, or not ever played, ever hosted to date? You know, we have interviews by the players. I'll get to that in a minute. And then OBS is like, JK, never mind. Not gonna happen today. Absolute loser. Go back to your Bed Wars livestream 10-hour edition. No, OBS is scary, man. It does I don't like it. I don't like it. It's scary. I I am shaking. I think that is the highest nerves anyone in the tournament has gotten so far. Anyways, guys, welcome. We have 20 minutes. I'm gonna go over by 8 minutes because I need to analyze. All right, this is it. All right, guys. So going into this is the third and well, not final. This is the third and fourth place match. Um, yeah, Mally Blade. See, it is scary. Fourth and third place match. The winner of this gets not only a role in the Discord server, which is, really, really bad reward, but also gets to co-host with me for the final match, which is going to be on Tuesday around 3 p.m. EST. So hopefully, they both came to me and they were like, "Hey, can the winner do this?" And after the match, we're gonna have I forgot to get questions ready. I'll just figure them out on the way. But after the match, sorry, there will be an interview with both players at the same time, which I think is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait for this. As you can see, Mally Blade is behind 20% for the prediction. I voted for Mally Blade, I think, to win. I do think he's not for who I want to win, who I think is going to win. I do want Mally Blade to win, but I also do think he's going to win. Inky and Mally Blade are both my favorite competitors in this tournament, so it's hard to see them face off against each other. But the reason I picked Mally Blade to win is because Mally Blade has proven himself to be an underdog. Proven himself to come back from being an underdog and plays well, better than I think a lot of people expect in this tournament, including myself. That's the reason I picked Mally Blade. I don't know who's gonna win here. In previous matches, I was like, okay, Priv is probably gonna win against Inky. Priv is probably gonna win against Foof. Jordy's probably gonna win against Mally Blade. Jordy's probably gonna win against what's his name? Mr. G Gamer, right? With Rhythms, I was like, Rhythms probably gonna win. Mally Blade as the one that's been done the most upset so far. But again, in this one, I can't tell. A lot of them, I felt like I was, 90% confident that one person was going to come out on top. This one, I cannot tell you. These are both really good players. Also, addressing the Inky new profile picture, I will also, I can maybe ask him that, what's going on there. Oh my gosh, I am still nervous. I'm scared if this disappears, you'll know why. You'll know why. All right, let's go into. I actually do have an updated segment or two updated segments for this, which is gonna be great. One of them coming in right about now. Going into players' stats, we do have Inky, with nothing updated here besides the profile picture. You can look at this all day as we want. If you want further analysis, I do recommend you go check out Inky's previous two games that he played to get here, along with Mally Blade's stat comparison. We're gonna go into the stat comparison very soon. I do think that's it's gonna be interesting to see. Excuse me, it's gonna be interesting to see these two players play against each other. But one thing I do want to mention in the new segment I have is where I compare stats with everyone. Oh, I forgot to do the Lumina swipe. It's fine. We're just gonna keep it like this. Stat comparison. One, I want to break this down, and two, I have the previous two stat cards for both Malleblade and Inky, so we can compare to see which stats are they have lost ground on and gained ground on. If that doesn't make, hopefully that will make a little bit more sense in a minute. Also, I realized I thought I did a perfect stat card today, but no, I forgot the wins is supposed to be a minus on Inky's side. Also, we have the green back. I got the green text back, which is super fun. So, without further ado, let's get into the stat comparison with about 24 minutes left before the game starts. Also, it is going to be a there's a poll I think we did. Let me... It is going to be a 3 out of 5 with 3 out of 5 per maps with 4 out of 7 maps. So a possible of 45 games played today. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be a lot of games played. But it is going to be a 4 out of 5. It's going to kind of be a experiment to see how see how this type of game works, and if it's too long, we'll change it for the finals. If it's good, we're gonna keep it. So these players could be playing upwards of 45 games today, which is absurd. Anyways, going into stat comparison, we have Malleblade with plus 89 wins. Malleblade having full green, which is the first time Malleblade is going to have full green on his stat card against someone else. Previously, against Rhythms and Jordy, Malleblade had 1 and 2 green, respectively. Sorry, 2 and 1 green, respectively. I do want to say 89 win gap is extremely small. Not the smallest Malleblade has seen with a gap of 76 win gap with Rhythms, but the difference is Malleblade was 76 wins behind Rhythms, but Malleblade was 76 games behind Rhythms, but now 89 games ahead of Inky. So Rhythms is used to this close. Oh my god, I need to get the names right. Malleblade is used to this close win rate, close percentage. I do want to say one thing though. Malleblade having a 48% win rate above, or 48.5 win rate above Inky, which could prove that Inky, has around the same amount of wins as Malleblade, give or take 100, but Inky has played more games than Malleblade due to the win percentage, right? So we can actually see this with Inky's Malleblade playing 2,400 games, and Inky YT playing over 5,000 games. So there is a game gap there, even though it looks super close for the wins. Time spent, again, 23-hour difference, which I think might be the closest we've seen all game. Less than a day. I think that's basically just arcade for Inky's perspective. Oh my god, how far is stream behind? It doesn't matter, alright guys? It does not matter. Anyways, moving on. So again, 23 hours. I don't think we've seen anything like that before. I can check all the other stats, but again, I should probably not watch it on this. Here, I'm still organizing stuff. I had a full-on panic attack. I don't want to say full-on. I don't know that. I don't know. That's probably not true, but a full-on. I was terrified when OBS crashed like 500 times. So I'm still, Anyways, yeah, I'm just quickly checking. Fact checks are the best checks. Yeah, so it does look like, if I can find Inky, it does look like that 23 hours is going to be the closest we've ever seen with these competitors. 23-hour difference. And world record styles. Former world record, Malleblade taking that to his 3 former world records on music. A lot of other ones as well. I don't know. It's probably higher than 3, but we're just going to do 3 because that's what the ones he told me. So with Inky being behind, with his former world records, I think being in arcade and prison. RIP prison. Sorry, Inky. So it does look like it's going to be an interesting one, So I do want to mention, or I want to get into nerves and what these players might be experiencing, as well as how he's gonna play differently than previous matches that we've seen. I want to go for Inky's stats. So there we go. Previously, he's had win gaps of 8,000 and 10,000. Sorry, 10,000 both times. I'm just Yeah, so Inky's played against two win titans, i.e., like, plus 10,000 wins behind. Inky, I think that's gonna have the advantage here, knowing that I've played more games than Blade, which is the first time that Inky is going to be in the upper seat for that, or advantage for that. Again, for Blade though, Blade also going to be in the advantage, or not advantage, sorry, also going to be never had more wins, I don't think. Yeah, never had more wins, but this is the first time Blade will have more wins over anybody. So it's going to be interesting to see that both of these players have played against people with a lot higher, a lot more drastic win percentages, win rates and all that stuff, only to see at the end of the tournament here that they are going to be playing against someone with a lot of the same, sorry, what's it called? A lot of the same wins and stats, a lot of the same stats. Only one world record / from world record off, 89 wins off. Some of them, Mally or Inky could be shortening or gaining the gap as we speak. And then win rate, I guess, is the one thing I want to mention, because a lot of these stats, again, like I said many times, they are so close to each other. The one thing I think is going to stick out is the win rate. Almost 50% win rate bonus for Blade. Does that mean that Inky's games that he's played and lost, going for risky strats, have gotten prepared and ready, and gotten the practice in for him to take the win here? Or is Blade's consistency, with the 50% win, or almost 50% win rate, being able for him to be able to get more consistently get more games? This is going to be an endurance challenge as well as a pure skill challenge, pure raw movement, as well as an endurance challenge. These players could be playing up to 45 games today, plus an after segment where we do talk to both of them. No matter win or lose, we will be talking to both of them today. As well as the winner, we will see in the final match, co-hosting with me, which I think is going to be really fun. Moving on with the 50% win rate, I want to mention, this could affect nerves for both players. I think these two players have experienced some of the biggest nerves in this whole tournament. At least they've been open about it, which could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage for them. If they're open about the nerves, it could be... if they're open about the nerves, they could be honest with it, or they could be lying about how nervous they are, which I don't think would be the case. But also, with false sense of security, like we've seen with Blade in the first round, he was super nervous. I projected on him that he was... I don't know if that's the right word, projected, but I projected on him to everyone that he was really nervous, but in the end of the day, he wasn't as nervous as he was before, giving Jordy maybe a false sense of security. Also, with both of these players, I think they're going to be trying to get into each other's heads. Like, for Blade, is Inky nervous? Is he going to, like, how nervous is he? Should I be nervous because he's nervous? Or, like, should I be nervous if he's not nervous? I don't know how nervous he's going to be here, right? When Inky lost the last match yesterday against Priv, oh my gosh, he was ready. He has the fire to win this game because he wants to, win something. He wants to prove himself. Both of these players, I assume, want to prove themselves, right? That's an interesting part also to consider. Inky is fresh off of a loss against Priv. Blade has had a few days, if not a week, to have a game against Jordy and lose. Either that means that Inky is more fired up, or more just like, why did I lose that game, more in his head right now than Blade, or that means that he is more warmed up to the setting of the tournament, and can pull in a win here. He does have a few extra games more recently, as in yesterday, and can practice, and kind of understand what can be expected today, which is going to be interesting. Again, it might boil down to raw movement and raw nerves, which I do think is going to be interesting to see, because excuse me, raw movement for both of these players, I honestly don't know. I do think it depends on consistency. I think these players are fairly equal for raw movement. They both proven themselves to be very good for movement. Mallyblade taking it to a game 5 with Jordy, and Inky taking it almost to a game 5 with Priv. Again, you can be saying Mallyblade, was able to take it to a game 5 with Jordy. Does that mean he has the upper advantage for Inky? I almost said Inky Blade again. Oh my gosh. Again, we did get the Inky Blade match. Maybe did I predict it when I said Inky Blade? This is the Inky Blade match we were all wanting to see. Of course, was rooting for Enki, and rooting for Enki to go to the finals. I do want to see upsets in this game. I do think no matter what happens here, um, again, some of my favorite competitors, um, how it's gonna turn out. I do hope it is a back-to-back, not back-to-back, but I do hope it is a close game. I do expect it to be a close game. Maybe one side shifting to one side, maybe Inky or Mallyblade, depending on it later in the game. No one's played a game 6 or 7, and we're definitely seeing a game 4 today, where in previous matches it's not a guarantee. And only seen that for Mallyblade via the third game, which was expected to go to Jordy. Um, a few more things. Oh, sorry, I was saying something and I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something about Mallyblade and Inky, obviously. It was something to do with mental. No, maybe. I guess we're gonna go to mental because there's one thing I just want to enforce in the mental, right? So let's say you're Inky. You have previously expressed your nerves and said like, yes, I'm nervous in games, with not even including the fact that Inky just played a game. We're not thinking about that right now. Inky just played a game. Oh, sorry. I need to consider my choices here. Sorry. Inky says there's a chance, right? Let's say a 50-50. There's probably not a 50-50 that Inky is nervous or not. Let's say there's a 50-50 that he's nervous. He's not nervous. Now he has to gauge, is Mallyblade going to be more, like you say, Inky's a little bit nervous. Inky's going to have to gauge, is Mallyblade more or less nervous than me? If he thinks Mallyblade is more nervous, then he can play more safe maybe, or, play in a different way. I don't know what that would look like. But, sorry, what was I going to say? It just blanked me. Could, like, if Inky, almost said Inky Blade again. If Inky uh was like, yes, I know for a fact Mallyblade is nervous, and Mallyblade is not nervous. Mallyblade could take the blind side by Inky and playing really well without nerves, playing smoothly. All of a sudden, Inky is nervous. But Mallyblade could also be not nervous at all, or sorry, extremely nervous, fumble the bag. Also, vice versa. Mallyblade could think Inky is extremely nervous, ends up not. It all depends on how well can you gauge your opponent's mental. I think could boil down to being the factor of this game. One more thing I want to mention before we go into map bans. I do think map bans and the map pick, because there's 10 minutes left. I kind of rambled for longer than I thought I would. Is the win percentage for Inky could be a slash hub percentage, which if you don't know slash hub, I'm trying to get that to stick with the community right now. Slash hub win rate slash hub win rate is basically when you, like, we've seen it with rhythms a lot. With by the way, Mallyblade having seen better percentages with rhythms and got the upset. He saw a 60% win rate bonus with rhythms, was the underdog and was able to take the win. Seeing out of 50 win rate advantage now for Mallyblade, and maybe being able to take the win via that. Probably not. I don't think the win rate is going to be the deciding factor. But again, Inky's win rate could be a slash hub win rate, saying just like going into more matches. I do think this is closer than the win rate does show. If we get rid of all of their slash hubs, I do think both of their win rates obviously would be higher. Probably both going in the 90s. Moving on to map bans. They showed each other their map bans, which is fine. You're allowed to show them or send them privately. So let's go into Inky's map ban first. Actually, whoever I can find first. But oh shoot, Inky, can you send me your map ban again? I totally forgot. Shoot. We're getting the map ban confirmations right now. All right. Mallow Blades map ban is again, let's see. If I can find it. Not a huge surprise. Inky's map ban is going to be arcade. This is sorry, Mallow Blades map ban is going to be arcade. I think that's a smart decision. Inky has played the most on arcade, and I think is the most consistent and has extremely good times on that. Almost, going for the world record there. Uh, so it could be. I think that's the smartest decision for Mally Blade. I don't think there's any other maps that could have impacted, or not. Sorry, any other maps that would have been a smart decision for Mally Blade to pull off. I think this is a back-to-back arcade ban as well. Yes, because Priv also banned arcade. Again, really safe choice for uh really safe choice for Malik Blade. Now going on to Inky's ban. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Mally Blade, or sorry, Inky has officially banned music. Now I think music is again a really safe ban for Inky. Here's the problem. It's not the problem, but I do think, does Inky think he has better raw movement? Because there's not too many hard skips in this. I guess there's one at the very start, but again, not a lot of people have gone for it in tournament setting. I do think that means that Inky is not convinced that he has better movement better raw movement than Mallyblade, and that could mean that Inky is showing a little bit more nerves, or it's because Mallyblade has proven and shown that that he loves music so much, and it could just be an obvious ban for him. Oh my gosh. Now, I do think that this is um I do think this is a smart ban. So uh I will say that I think we should get into, depending on how much time we have left. Okay, so it's 7 minutes. All right, let's just go into the map itself. Music. What was Priv's ban? Priv's ban was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing 2. Oh shoot. Stadium, station, pinball, prison, picnic. There we go. Again, this is one of the times we have not seen picnic banned, and every single time I think picnic's been banned or not been banned, it's been played. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Okay, nope, we have all of them. All right, the first map that they will be playing a best of 7, 3 out of 5. I swear I jinxed it. You heard me say it, right? Picnic is always played. My gosh. Picnic is going to be first map. All right then. I do think this is a Mallyblade favorite map. He was able to beat Jordy, which I think is the current world record holder for Picnic. Jordy on Picnic, and it worked. Yeah, so again, Mallyblade was able to take Jordy on Picnic, which is arguably the best map. I think not even arguably best map for Jordy. So I do think this first map is going to be in Mallyblade's favor, but that does set up Inky to pick almost any map in the game besides arcade and music. I don't think that there's too much more to talk about. We're 5 minutes late on my end, so let's just get right into it right about now. I'm gonna join in. If the party lead could please invite me once the game started so we can save as much time as possible, that would be great. Hmm. It's gonna be interesting to see. There we go. 4 minutes until the game starts. I just had the timers, or not the timers, the things set up a little bit easier so we don't lose track. It's first to three for the map, and there's gonna be 4 out of 7 maps. You need 4 out of 7 maps to win. So we could be seeing a game 7 today, which I think is gonna be good. Get the good luck. This match is for being the co-commentator for the finals. So there is rewards in this game. I would like to say, Inky, you have an amazing skin. One of the best in the tournament besides the co-host, I must say. So Picnic, I do think it is Maliblade's favorite, but again, the nerves, I really, again, like I said in Jordy's match, I do hope the loser of this first map / round doesn't let that affect their game. It's gonna be okay for Inky or Maliblade to lose this map. They can still pick some of their favorite maps, as well as like just rethinking the game. This map should not and will not determine the winner of this match or this whole entire game together. It's the third place match. All right. Let's, without further ado, 3 games at least a Picnic. Inky on one side, Mallyblade on the other. Let's get this thing going. Ready, set, go. Okay, both off at the same time. Let's look at Inky for this. He's going up. I mean, that's pretty good. But is he going to go for the riskier skip as well as is Mallyblade going to go for the riskier skip? Mallyblade, a few jumps behind. Is Inky going to take the first map on Picnic? Oh, he will. He will be taking the first map on Picnic, or first round on Picnic, which is surprising, especially for Mallyblade being Mallyblade being the favorite to win that. Not, I think it was pretty clean though on both of them. I don't know if Mallyblade went for the skip or not, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Again, this is an endurance competition. This could be round 1 of 45. This could be round 1 of what, 21 or 28. Round 1 of 28. So again, I do think this is anyone's game. Again, we saw Picnic. It was fairly clean on both sides. No one failed that. So I don't think either of them are experiencing a lot of nerves. But the pressure is off of Inky a little bit. But again, there's not a lot of too much pressure yet in the game for either of these opponents yet. Okay, Mallyblade a little bit behind. I do want to get out so we can both see their tags. Again, Picnic, not a lot of places to fail miserably. Inky has the bonus by a few jumps. Is he going to go for the skip? Mallyblade falls! Inky is going to take game 2 of 3 for Picnic. One more Picnic game. And Inky could be sorry. Nope, that's seeing, there we go. Himself taking the first game. If I can leave party, there we go. So I guess like again a really clean map. But it's Picnic is fairly not too bad to fail. We did see one fail by Mallyblade that I think that was going for him going for the Neo or the semi Neo. I don't know what it's called. Because he was behind and there's no way for you to come back unless you go for that Neo. So again, not really embarrassing falls on either side so far. So I do think this could be a Mally reverse. This could be Inky game. The pressure is on Mallyblade to push this game into a game 4 for Picnic. The pressure is on Inky also to take if Inky's able to win this map. Oh my god, the timer went off. I need to just clear that out. Also, turn it off. There we go. Still waiting. Oh, there it is. All right, Inky, Blade. This could be the final round of Picnic. Ready, sir, go. Okay, they started this around the same time. Is Blade able to take this one though? That is going to be the question. Otherwise, it's going to be also Blade's pick. Inky is nowhere to be seen. Did Inky fall? If Blade plays safe, he should be able to save him. Oh my gosh! Inky, or sorry, Blade, Inky Blade was the I purposely did Inky Blade, by the way. With the comeback, perchance, of taking it to a game 4 for Picnic. Again, pressure is still on. Blade has to win 2 in a row against Inky already having one. If Blade makes one mistake in these next up to 2 games of Picnic, we could be seeing a complete wipeout. Not wipeout, sorry. A win for Inky. Again, we have to consider what maps each of these players are gonna pick. Inky winning this, which I do think is going to be likely, with the current point system, or not point system, with the current setup, or with the current, point distribution, which, obviously, person in the lead probably gonna win this map. We could be seeing an upset with Blade. I think if Inky wins, it's gonna be Blade's choice. I think Blade is going to pick Stadium. I do think Blade's gonna pick Stadium. I do think Inky is going to pick Oriental. And I do think it's going to go to either of them. If Inky is able to win Stadium, I do think it is going to be heavily favored, and Inky is going to have to win. Sorry, Valid is going to have to win a lot. Vice versa for the other team or other people. Goyo. All right, let's go. Again, I do think is Blade slightly. Yep, Blade is slightly behind, as you can see. They're going to be coming up now. Yeah, Blade slightly behind. Is Inky going to go for it? Inky messes up a little bit. Blade falls, so it does not matter. Inky will be taking game 1. Let's see. Let's see what it will be. I do think Mally is going. We can just go in. They can go into the map if they want, and they don't have to tell me ahead of time. So it's gonna be a surprise for us, the viewers. So my stream lag. Oh no, that's never good. Oh, there was an invite. Can I invite? Can I accept it? Neon! Okay. Very unexpected. Very unexpected. Where are we going? Where are we going? Is this the right way? This is the right way. Alright, we gotta fly long ways. Blade on one side, Inky on the other. Blade will have the advantage for this. Alright, Inky not looking at the start. Blade will be having the advantage here. Blade full green skin. I don't know if that's a aesthetic or a glitch. I think it is anesthetic though, because I do see eyes, so it couldn't be full green. All right, Inky Blade going to take the advantage for this by a solid 3-ish jumps. Also going to be having the advantage going into the corner. Let's see. 1, 2, about 3 jumps ahead by Blade. But again, one fall could be the end. I think being on purple side will get Blade just a few more jumps ahead. Again, this is solid ground. If Blade is able to pull off the ending here, he will take the first win for Neon. There he is. First win for Neon. Very good. Very exciting. But again, he's gonna have to win a lot more than that to make it to the finals. Sorry, not make it to the finals. Make it to round. Or sorry. Yeah. Again, Blade could have been doing Neon because of the altered sides. We can't really do anything about that. And the party leader is going to always get purple, I think. So that could be Blade's decision. They could be switching out party leader, but it does not look like it. Again, if Blade wins this is Inky's map pick, and since Inky won the first game, Blade is going to have to win on one of Inky's map picks. So if Inky plays it smart, then we could be seeing an Inky win just via map picks. Again, Inky. Oh, Inky's on purple. All right, Inky and then Blade. So they're going to switch this time. I don't know why that blurred out. All right, Inky is falling back. There is... All right, Inky's saying to be good. Mally waiting. I think this is just, good sportsmanship on Blade's side. Right. Blade just waiting, but Inky falls, gets sent back up to the start. I think this is going to be a raw Inky Blade win. I said Inky Blade again. Oh my god, that's a thing now. I'm so bad at this, guys. This is going to be a raw Blade win. There was timer lag there, but I think they did start around the same time. But again, this is on light blue side, so Blade does have the advantage, and the mental knowing, hey, I can win on light blue side. I can also win on purple, it being the easier side. Blade just needs to win one more. We saw this exact scenario with Picnic with Inky. So if Inky is able to win, no. Inky would be in a great position. But if not, that is going to be, again, not good for Inky. I do want to mention one thing though. Blade wins this. Inky's map. Inky's map pick. So it's gonna be. Again, Blade has to win on Inky's map, or one of Inky's maps, and I do think his first pick is going to be Oriental. I don't think there's really any other good choice for his other map, or he could be saving it toward the end, hopefully hoping that Blade picks it. All right, they both Inky or Blade lagged a little bit behind due to the start. But again, this is full. I think full lag back to the start. But again, that was on his choice. We just seen light blue. Blade was like, hey, I can win on light blue. Inky's like, yes, I can also win on light blue. Did Inky fall? Inky fell, giving Blade full raw time advantage, or it could be raw time. Yeah, raw time advantage. Having gotten the checkpoint, no matter what happens, Inky Blade's still gonna be in the lead here, getting another checkpoint. If Inky plays it safe on purple, with the ending being on his advantage, Why is there a ladder there? No, it doesn't matter. It looks like this is going to be a raw Mally Blade win here. GG's. All right. Super exciting. So again, it is now tied 1-1. Again, first of four. Like again, this is Inky could be looking at this as all right, I'm just playing a normal match, like playing pre-finals match. Oriental again. Okay, again, a very good pick on his end. I do think if Mally Blade is able to pull through here, if Mally Blade wins this map, I think it's going to put an extreme amount of pressure on Inky, because Inky is going to have to win Mally Blade map pick, I think at least twice, so Mally Blade just has to pick maps that he feels confident with. I want to look at the maps. Prison, I do think, is going to be Inky's pick if Inky loses another one. I think Stadium is going to be what's it called? Stadium is going to be Mally Blade pick otherwise. We're going into, what is it? I forgot. Oh, Oriental. Again, really fun map to play. I don't think anyone is going to be beating Priv's record for this, or for Tourney, Inky, and Mally Blade. Major timer lag, but they did start at the same time, so I think it's going to be okay. Inky, Mally Blade already falling, giving Inky a great, just raw time advantage, but Inky also falling and getting sent back to the start. Actually, I'm recording this time. Let's go. Again, Inky could think he has the advantage, or does have the advantage, because he just played against Priv. Inky, Mally Blade also failing, if I can say the right names. Inky Blade stopping for a sec. I do think it is anyone's game, even though Inky is in the lead by about 3, 4, 5-ish jumps. I think Inky does have this game unless he falls here. I do think, again, it's gonna be his game. Yeah, okay, Inky made it past all the harder jumps. Again, only by 1, 2, 3 jumps, Inky was able to win. Both of them falling. That could be a mental disadvantage for both of them, or a bonus for both of them. Again, trying to see your opponent's mind. Does Inky see this as a loss? And obviously a win in his book, but does Inky see this as a, like, oh, I almost lost that game on my pick? Again, it's not over. Inky does not have this win. Or does he see this as, let's go, I was able to win this map? Again, does Mally Blade see this as, okay, I almost was able to win this map. If I don't fall, maybe I could get it next time. Or does he see this as I lost in this map, I need to win this map to end up winning the tournament. And we're getting the third place. So again, only time will tell. Again, waiting for that party invite. I do think that Mally was able to wipe Neon. We've not seen Inky wipe a map yet. But again, we're only on map 3, so Mally Blade could prove me wrong and be like, no, wait, I can't actually do this. Did they go? Alright. Alright. I do think Mally Blade instantly falls. That could be, like I said, Mally Blade could be having the disadvantage here for the mental. But again, Inky did fall in this part, but was able to do it. I do think this is going to be a raw Mally Blade win. Unless, yeah, Mally Blade fell again. But Inky fell. Again, not too much of a fail there. It is going to be okay for his game. Playing it safe, which again, if I was in his position, I would play extremely safe. Not going for any difficult skips. Because you're so far ahead. Again, taking another fail, but you're going to have to fail a lot more to lose this position. Now again, Inky could be taking the sweep for this. Again, that puts Mally Blade on his map. If Mally Blade loses his next map, I think it's going to be over for him. I don't think he's going to be able to make a comeback here. And again, this is a lot closer and a lot more Inky favored than I thought it was going to be. That is for sure. Also, this is going to be the last map or last game for both of these competitors for season 1, no matter what. And there is a reward, which has not really been, prominent. Obviously, like, there was a reward in this tournament all along, but it wasn't in sight. Like you're in the final game now. You're almost halfway through the final game. You can see the reward. You just gotta get through a few more games. Right, both start at the same time. Inky instant fall, but again, that is savable if Mallyblade messes up Oriental here. But I don't know for sure. Inky is able to make up some raw time here, and if Mallyblade isn't careful, Inky could win on just pure raw movement via catching up. But it's gonna be close. It's gonna really be hard. I think it's gonna be a Mallyblade win. Oh my gosh, again, by 3 jumps, the exact same thing happened to Mallyblade, only in the first game here. We will be seeing a game 4 for Oriental. Again, this is Inky's pick, and so far, if I can leave the party, so far, Mallyblade has not lost a map that he's picked. Inky has lost a map that he's picked. Not lost a map altogether, but has lost a round, which again could be a mental thing. Inky was able to take the first map. It was Picnic. It's a really interesting map. You could see it go either way, really. It was a 2-win advantage for Inky. Now it's Inky's map pick, and it's almost gone 2-1. Sorry, it's almost gone. Yeah, almost gone 2-1 on Mally, but was able to get 2-1 Mally. Almost a 2-1. It is 2-1 Inky. It was almost a 3-0 on Inky, but ended up being, again, really close. Again, that game, first game, only 3 jump difference. So I don't know who's gonna win this. Alright. Not terrible timer, like I think Mallyblade started a little bit later. Again, whoever wins this, I think Inky instantly fails. This could be going to a game 5. But again, we saw this before. Inky was able to make up, and he failed again, but now it's Inky's game. Excuse me, I think Mallyblade should have gone safe there. And now Inky has raw time. Oh, but he fails as well. This is a game again, friends. Comrades, whatever you want to say. Inky failed again. I think this is going to a game 5. I think game 5 for Mallyblade on Inky's map. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This could be going anyway. Like I said, the pressure has been put onto Mallyblade. He picked Neon. Pressure was onto Inky. He had to win it. Mallyblade was able to pull it off. Was able to pull off a Mallyblade pick, right? Now the pressure was put onto Mallyblade to win an Inky's map. Inky won twice in a row. Pressure was put onto Mallyblade. Mallyblade was able to win twice in a row. Pressure is now onto both of them. I'd say a little bit more to Inky. Because you're able to win 2 in a row, but then you lose 2 in a row. I think the confidence of coming back from a 2-0 is much more than the confidence of losing a lead of 2-0. Mallyblade a little bit behind, but again, not been seen. Okay, Inky's waiting. I think. All right, we're going to be doing a redo for this due to a false start. I do think, again, chat loves to lag, so again, with pressure, moving this final game of Oriental back is going to not prove, but is going to probably have these competitors experiencing more pressure, delaying this final game, which could determine, well, not going to determine the whole game, but is going to determine the pace of the game moving into game 3s and 4, maybe even 5. Oh man, I might have to have a break for water. Again, this Mallet Blade win does not count toward the final, so we're going to be redoing it no matter what. I'm going to have to break for water after this one because I do need to refill my water bottle, so I can like actually talk. Oh man! All right. I'm gonna be taking a 5-minute break after this. Probably gonna end up being a lot less. I think we're not halfway yet, but we could technically be halfway after this game, depending on who the outcome. Mally Blade on this side, Enki on the other. I do wish both of these competitors luck. All right, same time. I do want to say, whoever wins this is going to set the tone for I think the next at least 2 maps. Like Raw. Did Inky? No, Mally Blade did fail. Is this gonna be an Inky win on his map again? Inky also failed, but again got the pressure play. So not Inky fails twice in a row, going the safe route. Let's Mally Blade take up the fail again. Still about 5-ish jumps apart, but let's Mally Blade maybe make a comeback. If Inky fails this, Mally Blade failing this again, I do think it's going to be an Inky win. Yep, it is going to be an Inky win. Mally Blade has given up. What a comeback for Mally Blade just to reverse it and have a comeback for Inky, proving that, hey, I can win on my own maps, and, hey, I can come back from sticky situations, right? We will be seeing a 2-1 now for Inky. People are rooting for a Inky commentary for the finals. I am rooting for the winner of this match. Again, stadium for our next map. I will be back in about 5 minutes or less. Timer. Can we just like restart? I'll be back in 5 minutes or less, guys. I do want to say, again, Stadium is a pretty good pick for Mally Blade. If Mally Blade is able to win this, it's going to be going on to a game 3. I do think, obviously going to be going into game 4, which is, least amount is going to be game 4. And then I do think Inky is going to be taking, at the end of the day, Prison, I think, for his next pick. I will see you guys in less than 5 minutes. Oh my god, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Did we get a YouTuber? Oh my god, my timer. No. Alright. Let's pause this. Turn this timer off, guys. Let's pause this timer. I'm assuming there's a map. This is gonna be Stadium. Mally's pick. I do think that Mally is gonna be able to win this. But again, we saw Mally's favor for Picnic, and Inky was able to win. I have not seen Inky play Stadium that much, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Going off to start, it is going to be Mally falls. I think Mally is going to be experiencing more nerves than Inky. Inky is going to be going on to some raw time advantages. Where's Mally Blade at? Mally Blade is not insanely falls again. I do think this, excuse me, is going to be an Inky win. No matter what, because he did get the pressure plate. So even if he did fall, he would have been safe. He falls again, messing up a little bit. That could just be showing nerve. This could be showing like just not getting used to the map. I know this is not one of his best maps, but he's so far ahead, and I don't think he got that pressure plate, but I don't think there's any universe where Mallyblade can come back from this. Also saying that, hey, look, Mallyblade, I can also win maps that you pick. Giving all the pressure onto Mallyblade, having to win at least 3 of his own. It's 2-1 map wins. What? Alright. Priv is being... I don't know. So, let's get that. Again, huge advantage for being up a game, up a map, and up a map and up a match. Sorry, up a map and up a game for Inky. Mallyblade is going to. I think if Mallyblade loses this one again, it's Mallyblade's pick twice in a row, but I don't think there's a universe where Mallyblade is able to win in prison against Inky. Timer lag, my gosh, alright. Mallyblade having a slight advantage going into this. Mallyblade did lose Stadium to, what's his name, Jordy. But it was extremely close. Can Mallyblade pull through at the end and come back? He falls. Doesn't have the pressure plate. Inky is in the lead. I think Inky would have been behind if Mallyblade didn't fall, but Mallyblade fell again. I do think this map is going to end up going to Inky, putting all the pressure onto Mallyblade, having to win, I think, the next, 3 matches, with only slipping up one more time. No more times. Mallyblade has to win every single game. Or every single map if he loses this next Stadium match. Again, waiting, maybe taunting a little bit, but this will be a Inky win. Oh, okay, screenshot time, I guess. If I was in Mallyblade's position, I would be slightly nervous, but you could say to yourself, I probably could have beaten Inky if I didn't fall at all. That is a thing to consider. I do think the nerves and the just, mental of I'm down by so much that gives Inky the ability to do well. Not better. Obviously, Inky, Mallyblade not doing well doesn't, again, Inky has the mental advantage probably by now, but what I'm trying to say is not Inky having the advantage of Mallyblade falling, but Mallyblade having the disadvantage. Alright. Let's see them both go off. We'd see a fairly equal positioning. They're fairly equal in time. We're gonna have to see a fall before anything, really. And Mallyblade falls! Inky also falls, but Inky falls before Mallyblade. Oh my gosh. Malibate falls again. It is Inky's game to lose now. I just don't see a universe where Malibate can come through with Inky playing the way he's been playing since his previous fail. Playing it safe, he doesn't really need to play risky. Malibate is just so far behind, as you can see. There's not too much. He's out of frame. Going into the final curve, I think Inky is going to be able to take Maliblade's match and making Maliblade's, yeah, he just fell again, making Maliblade's have to win the next match, if I can talk. Maliblade's is going to have to win 2 of Inky's maps to win. And his next map pick. I think he's going to go for Venice, or I think Venice it might be a good pick for Malibate, but again, I think exhausted all the maps that benefit that benefit them. I do think Prison is going to be a Inky advantage. I think what are the other 2? Pinball could be an option. Venice. Oh my gosh, like I said, I'm reading these characters like a book. We shall see. No, he does have 3. I think Venice is going to be. I love one. He's just not under pressure now. That could be a thing where Inky's not. Inky or Priv. One of his biggest threats in the world record aspect of things, not even including the tournament. Things. I said what? What is he talking? What is he yapping about? All right, Inky or Malibate, Inky. This could be the last Inky Blade match of the day. Both off around the same time. Let's get this match out of the way. I've never seen Malibate play Venice before. I don't think we have seen Inky, and we have seen Inky fail almost. I want to say every time. We've not seen a close Venice game on the Ducks. Inky falls, giving Malibate an advantage. Inky falls again, I think. I could be mistaken. Let's go a better view so we can see them. Malibate about 1 slime skip ahead. And going on to the, I think Inky failing in the, this part. But he was able to get back up onto it. His Malibate is just on the Ducks now. I do think he is just 10, 15 jumps of raw movement. He failed 3 times. 2 times on the Ducks. Which is going to give Inky a little bit of advantage. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think... Oh, Inky is right there, though. Inky was able to make some time back. He was on the Duck. Alright. Malibate... I don't know why Malibate isn't a green skin Priv. That is one of my questions I do ask myself. One thing to mention is that... what was I gonna say? That, only time Malibate has won the first round, I think, is when Neon and Malibate was able to win Neon sweep. So we could see a sweep on Malibate, but that means that Malibate is probably going to have to win on probably Prison. And I don't know, pinball maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. Malibate, Inky. Started off again. Inky failed around here before Mallet played clean, but can Mallet play clean again? That is the question. I do think... No, they're fairly neck and neck right now. Let's go up to a sky perspective. Enki falls on the same jump, giving Mallet raw time. It's closer than it was before, though. I do think it is closer enough where if Mallet falls on a awkward position, Inky could take the win. But again, Mallet is just one Venice boat ahead of Inky. Mallet is one. Yeah, I think I said that right. But is he going to be able to do the duck skip better than before? Yes, he was. Inky at the beginning of the ducks. It is going to be a close game yet again, but I do think, unless Mallet fails this jump right here, it is going to be 2-0 Venice for Mallet, knowing that Inky might have a disadvantage on longer maps. Which would have been good for him, but this is Mallet's last map pick of the season, because he's going to have to win again. He has to win 2 more times. On both of them have to be Inky's pick, otherwise Inky would win a map, and if Inky wins 1 more map, Inky will be winning and getting 3rd place in the tournament. So again, I don't know exactly what the, setting is going to be for this deck. Pressure, again, I think is on Inky now, but it's not as much pressure as it was a little while ago. Inky on this side, Mallet on this side. They switch sides, so this could be a sign that Inky might win this map. Also, but the thing is to consider, left side is slightly more advantaged, but in a tournament setting like this, I don't think the left side will determine whether Mally falls. Did I curse it? Commentator's curse. But every single time, Inky has failed this slime block jump. He failed again. But Mallet also failed it. It's still a neck and neck. Inky was able to get the slime block jump every time the second time, though. Slightly behind, but not by much. If Mallet or Inky fails 1 more time, it's going to be put a lot of favor on Inky or Mallet, depending on who falls. Again, Inky Blade is in the lead by about, 1-ish, a quarters of a Venice boat, but it's a lot less than previously. But all you need is 1 more win on Mallet's part. Where's the ducks? All right, Mallet is about 3 ducks ahead. I do think it's going to be a Mallet win. Did Inky fall? I don't know if Inky fell. I think Inky may have fell. Get the shot in here. Mallet is able to take it to a game. Oh, I don't know what it is called. 6. This is a first ever game 6 in a tournament, or a parkour tournament. Let's go. If it's not prison, I'm going to be shocked. I think 1, Inky wants to redeem himself on prison. 2, I think he feels more confident in prison. Yep, see, I'm reading characters like a book. I feel like I know what I'm doing. Again, only time will tell. If I want to say, oh, first prison match will depend. Like if Mallet is able to play a closer game on the first prison map, then it's gonna be closer. But if Inky just wipes this map, I think it's over for Mallet. But again, I can't confirm if that's gonna be the case. I won't know yet. I thought I was in the map. I was like holding the space button down. Inky on this side, Mallet on the other. Timer leg galore. Alright. Inky loves prison. Mallet failed the first jump. This is Inky's chance to redeem himself on prison. Is he going to do it, or is he going to mess up? Only time will tell. Inky is in the lead. But it is again, Inky, Mally Blade keeps failing. I do think it is going to be an Inky lead for this one. I do think, like I said, Prison was going to be the determining factor. Again, Arcade is another one of Inky's best maps. Mally Blade, I think, was in that position where Inky had two really good maps, and you know, you have to pick one. I think that is if Mally Blade. I was gonna be like Mally Blade should have banned Prison, but I think Inky's way better on Arcade than Prison, but still good enough on Prison to be able to compete against Priv, right? And probably Jordy. We have not seen a Jordy v Inky match. We might in season 2, but it's gonna be a little while until season 2. I don't. I have no clue. This could be the second to last game that Mally Blade and Inky will play in the tournament. Mally Blade, Inky is up 1. He needs to win 2 more to win it all. 2 more games. Is Mally able to take it? Mally plays a safe route, but Inky plays risky, and it pays off for him. Again, ahead by about 4-3. Mally falls twice. It does look like it's going to be over, at least for this map. Inky, will he be able... Inky falls, but again, he got the pressure plate, so it's not too much of a risk. He falls again, but Mally Blade also falls again. So that both mess-ups on both sides kept it equal, which is beneficial for Inky. I don't think there's any way Inky got the thing. He fell, but Inky was able to get the jump. It is going to be all the pressure is on Mally Blade for this next map. But we've seen Mally Blade pull through, what was it? Pull through not 1, but 2 maps against Jordy where he's behind and needs to win 1. Or, sorry, where he's behind and has to win, where Mally Blade is behind, and if his opponent lost or won 1 more game, he would have been out. He was able to hold that 2 games on Jordy. But the thing is, it's different with this one. The endurance. Does Mally Blade not have as good an endurance as Inky? Inky has been practicing Arcade a lot, so he does have the advantage there with, you know, having the better endurance. But I want to say that, again... Oh, I'm still here. Oops. I do want to say, though, it's, again, endurance. Mally Blade has to win 3 maps of Prison against Inky to pull it to a game 7, which, again, is an Inky pick. So Inky could pick, again, his second best map. I don't think there's a universe where Mally Blade can pull through here. But again, I thought there wasn't a universe where Mally Blade was able to pull a 0% to a 100% against Rhythms. Here we go. This could be 3rd place position for Inky. That fall of Mally Blade could have been it. It could have ended his game in season 1. We will be seeing these competitors after the match. Keep that in mind. Definitely a winner interview, maybe the loser interview if they're up for it. Inky fails twice. I think Mally Blade has given up. I think it is over. I think Inky was able to redeem himself on Prison, get 3rd place. Again, was that fall if Inky was still trying to run there? He fell twice. This could have been a Mally Blade win if he did not give up. I do think it is over, though. Inky will be taking the 3rd place spot for Season 1 Cubecraft competitive parkour, and you will be seeing him and the co-commentator for the finals. Now, I guess I want to talk a little bit more before we get these competitors for an interview. I know definitely an Inky interview, maybe a Mally Blade interview. Uh, I will get to you guys as soon as post this. Mute this. Nope. Mute this. Nope. This. Nope. We need that. There we go. All right. I'm going to be taking about a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with interviews with both. Oh, is that person famous? I don't know. Hold up, let me check. Well, no, no, no. No. Do I know them? I feel like I know them. I don't know. They've never played parkour in their life, so why are they here? They must be Inkly's friend. I don't know. But anyways, I'll be taking a 5-minute break. And then we will have a interview with Inky, maybe Mally Blade. See you guys then.
Yeah,
I just unmute your mic and it's just that noise. It's gonna be amazing for the clips.
baby.
Right. Congratulations, Inky, on winning. Congratulations, Mallyblade, for making it here. An extremely fun match to watch play out. What is
It's
your
kind of a fun match to play.
yeah, what's it I guess the first few questions I want to ask about like your thoughts on the tournament and such. But what was I gonna say? What was your what's like the experience and what's the mindset going into one of these games? I guess we'll start with Inky.
The mindset literally for me has just been sing. I like it doesn't my throat hurts. Distract myself at all times. I
Fair.
need to distract myself.
That's
I
fair.
can't think about what's going on.
That is fair. That is fair. I guess playing against like especially when there's like Priv, Jordy in these games, you could be playing against depending on if you win or lose. Definitely having to control the mental game as we saw in last match. Uh, Also for Mally, what was your mindset? You think going into this?
My mindset was trying to full safe, and then during some parts I just didn't full safe, and I'm beating myself up over it. But my mindset before the match was to make sure that if Inky is in front of me, I focus mostly on doing the safe part
Yeah,
compared to doing the harder part of the skip.
yeah.
Like I was set it like for the picnic skip that I tried to do, I tried to set up a lot
Hmm.
worse than I normally set up for it, and that's why I ended up missing it both times.
What's is that how you usually did it for the previous matches with Rhythms and Jordy?
When I went against Jordy and for picnic, I was out. I just did it, and I didn't think about it. So I guess that was my mistake going up against Inky for picnic, for example,
Yeah,
with like focusing on doing that skip because I knew that he was ahead.
yeah. What's your I guess so we're looking at the bracket on screen now. What was your like when the bracket first got drafted? What was your biggest, I guess, worry, biggest concern, not only for players but also like your own game, as well? Obviously, I feel like for both of you, Priv and Jordy, but Mally Blade was
I mean,
the.
like, what other response was there supposed to be? It's just
I,
Priv, just in my bracket.
Oh,
It's terrifying.
my worry wasn't really with Jordy necessarily until I saw him play, but I was worried for G Gamer because I had went up against them a couple of times, just like randomly, and I have those memories in my head for whatever reason, and I had beat him every single time. So I
oh,
was
that's
like,
interesting.
this is gonna
Uh,
be questionable.
yeah. I guess for Mally Blade in particular, you came back from a 0% chance of winning from the poll. You were the underdog for two, if not all, of your matches here. Um, did that either winning against Rhythms boost your ego going in with Jordy, or make you more scared that you're like feeling like, oh wait, I've been the underdog against Rhythms, I was able to win, but now I'm against someone that is arguably more skilled.
Whenever I saw the rhythm prediction, I voted for rhythm as well because I was like, rhythm, he's basically on pace with Priz for Neon. So I'm going to heavily assume that he is semi-skilled related to Priv.
Mhm.
It turns out that he was not necessarily, but he was on a 2 week break.
Yeah,
So, but
that's
that boosted my ego like a little bit. Then my match into Jordy, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to ban Picnic because Jordy's too well rounded and Picnic can go either way.
I guess that's a smart
Except for
decision.
a golden map that I hated the most, which
Yeah, I guess that
was banning, was it Prison?
I think
And as you can see in this match, Prison did not go
yeah, I do think the Inky redemption arc with the getting world record on a few months ago and losing against Priv in previous match. I do think the banning for Jordy's match, I think it was Prison, right? Yeah, was a smart decision because, like you said, Picnic could go either way. Where I thought you would win this one, but it ended up being, I think, 2 points off for Inky in Inky's favor. Um, I guess what was the most thing that most surprised you or most excited slash, in your opinion, best moment for you in the tournament? I guess we could start with Inky because we just did a double back to back from Hallie.
Probably the most exciting thing that ever happened was just winning any of the matchups. My mindset going into pretty much every matchup was just, okay, let's not get 3-0'd or 5-0'd
That's
or
fair.
whatever, because I had zero confidence. And then going into the match against Priv, I was like, okay, I might be able to win maybe one.
Yeah.
But then I found out that he was just trolling Oriental, and then the only chance I actually had was Prison, and I sold.
Yeah, that's definitely hard to come back from, especially when you're down two in
You wrong for that. You wrong for that, bro.
especially was the
He's so wrong for that.
especially was the what's it called? Me getting delayed by 30 minutes definitely did not help with nerves on your end and probably boosted Privs as well, knowing that.
I was panicking. I was panicking.
I got my revenge for OBS crashing on me like every time today, so I think we're
Uh,
even now. But also for yeah, for Mally, what do you again favorite moment for your personal in the tournament?
My favorite moment was being down 2-0 against Jordy and then coming back.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was
lose, but that was definitely insane for me.
yeah. I do think, yeah, again, like the 2-0, I was not expecting a comeback of that amount in that point in the game with how the previous matches went. Again, Stadium was it? Yes, Stadium was extremely close, and I feel like could have gone either way. Uh,
Oh yeah, never mind, never mind. I think he's talking about the map I was gonna lose on.
yeah, the station. I always get those two confused. I guess for Jordy and Priv, for their final match, I guess I can just do the final two questions up front. With how did you guys go with playing the extra 3 out of 5 and the 4 out of 7, and who do you think is going to win and by if it's close by what margin? So we start with
uh,
yeah, Inky, go ahead.
personally, if the bum decides not to hold back, and I'm not listing names because you know exactly who I'm talking about. If he doesn't hold back, it's 4-0. I don't even care. I don't care. Like every map is gonna be 3-0 every single time. I'm sorry, as much as like I have confidence in once again, not naming names.
Yeah.
But you know, I literally can't see it going any other way.
Yeah. Is there like is there anything that changed with the extra games getting played in this? With
To
other
be
than
honest, it was just nerves.
nerves? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Mally.
Yeah, to continue on with what Inky said, with the nerves and stuff.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm tired now. I want to go to bed. but
Yeah, I'll let you go off after the what was I gonna say? I forget the what did you guys do? I think you might be one of the two the nerves. But I think you both came back with that for 2 and 3 or the round two matches. What was your best skill set for dealing with the nerves? Like what was your number one go-to strategy for trying to calm them down?
My go-to strategy was just like, well, with the maps that Jordy has played, it's a lot more simple compared to Inky and Priv, for example. And so I'm like, well, I know that I can make majority of these jumps pretty easily. So the way how I'm gonna zone out essentially is by like looking at my own surroundings inside where I live, and
Oh, that's interesting.
then after that I listen to to some music as well. That helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll end it off with Inky.
Yeah, the amount of copyright strikes that I'm about to get for posting one of these videos is gonna be insane.
Yeah. Again, if
Let's
it's
just
music,
say that my escape literally is music every single time.
you can mute it on the if you're on OBS, you can mute your uh outside audio and keep the in-game audio.
Well, guess what? I'm poor. I got a PS4, and our dad gonna play my music on a speaker in the background.
Oh, that also I that also might come in. But I want to say congratulations to both of you. One for Inky for getting third place, and I'll see you in the finals to help co-commentate, as well as Mally Blake winning the 100% against your favor, as well as almost beating Jordy and getting onto the third and fourth place match. I will see both. I'll see Mally Blade hopefully in season 2, and I'll see you, Inky, in the finals to go commentate.
Yup.
May I make my predictions as well
Oh
because
yeah,
I have a
sorry.
very interesting take. All right,
Okay.
so my prediction is that this one individual is going to win the first two maps. Then he's gonna fold a little bit. Do you want to know why? No, you don't need to.
I
And
think he's
then
gonna want to make it close.
is gonna go to 2-1, and then he's gonna lock his ass back in and then win.
That's a pretty good prediction. I think if you hit that nail on the head, that might be pretty good there. I will say someone's already banned a map. I'm not gonna say it now, but I think it's a well-rounded ban for who banned it. But again, these two players are really well-rounded for on all maps, so we'll see.
So Picnic was banned. Got it.
Maybe not. Uh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, also we might see pinball finally played in the tournament finals. Pinball has not been played yet, so we'll see.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is true. I was debating on going pinball stadium. I was like, I want to go stadium because I think
You
it'd
were
be good
not
fun.
actually debating that. There's no chance.
No, it actually
Actually,
was. I was debating
dude,
in my
oh my
head.
gosh. Dude, I thought there was no way that you were gonna be debating stadium. I wouldn't have thought he was gonna debate stadium. That's wild.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank
Man.
you guys for doing the interview, and I will see you guys later.
All right.
Uh, that was for me having not prepared questions and then being like I'll go with it. Um, I think yeah, we did really well today. I think both players did extremely well. Our Priv says, well, Arch was delayed. I was playing Poff trying to get the good kill for the micro events. That's funny. Priv just like, yeah, let me just win another tournament real quickly. But anyways, Priv versus Jordy, Tuesday. I can get you the exact time. Give me a minute. The exact time. Uh, I can't get you the exact. Oh, interesting. No. Can we go to other events? Oh, two events. Tuesday, August 5th at stream will start around 2:15. I think the competition starts at 3 p.m. I just want to wrap up the whole season. I have a co-commentator, so hopefully we can, talk about more things, a different aspect of what is going to happen. But I will see you guys in the finals of competitive parkour, 11 a.m. for Priv. Hope you enjoyed. And again, if you are interested in being in season 2, please let me know. We are open for whoever wants to. See you guys next time. Bye.